Hello. Am I live? Let me know. I have no idea. Okay, so waiting for people to come in. Sorry if any lag or camera glitches happen throughout this stream. There we go. Just a little message for people, whoever joins in. Oh, let's see if people join in now. There was someone who joined in and they kind of left. So we all know how this works. I start at 10 to a time, gives 10 minutes for people to jump in. And then at basically 6 o'clock, so in 10 or 9 minutes time, I'll start the actual stream topics. Hello, you're looking good, by the way. Not long pre-order for us. Oh, nice. Oh, thank you, by the way. Yeah, no, me and Alice have actually been doing a lot of workouts this past week. She got some weights and a gym mat. I've been doing quite a lot of lifts and squat lifting and press ups. She's been doing a lot of groundwork, weightlifting. We're doing pretty well. We're actually, we're doing quite a lot. I'm doing it mostly at night time at the end of the day. That way, everything that I've eaten throughout the day kind of gets burnt off at night before I go to sleep. Then when I wake up, do the same thing. But there's the occasional day where I'll do some lifting in the morning. I was referring to the stream. Thank you. I took it the wrong way. Well, that's going to be saved forever. No, thank you. But no, but it's just anyway, good things. I don't mind it. Well, that's not embarrassing, is it? Thank God you were the only one here at the time. That would have been a lot more embarrassing if there was more people, Although whoever watches this stream back and sees that beginning part is going to be quite embarrassing. See, now I've got to tell Alice this story when the stream's finished, and she's going to laugh at me. She's going to laugh. I promise you now. So like I said, there's like 7 minutes left of just letting people jump in, and then at the actual 6 o'clock mark is when I start all the stream topics. As everyone knows, my streams are only an hour long. Well, say hour and 10 minutes, but you don't count the 10 minutes. So it's always like an hour. So my actual stream is from 6 till 7. Or it's always, normally I do it between 9 and 11. But I've been told that most people can't really join in during that time because it's quite late. So I thought, okay, I'll try and do it just a little bit earlier. I don't want to do it in like midday because then practically no one will be around anyway. Just mention me and you'll be. No, I'm gonna share. What's up? How's? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I am good. I'm good. I've seen you a couple of times round, and I don't want to disturb you, so I just kind of let you walk past and like. Doing your thing. But I'm good. How are you? How are you doing, my friend? Oh, it's just it's crazy. It's crazy. I think a couple of weeks ago I got rid of a massive stack of Blu-rays and stuff. I'm tempted to just keep purging as much as I put because I look at my shelves and I notice that half the stuff there is stuff that I've watched once, never going to watch again, or don't have any interest. So I want my collection to be true to me now. I'm good. Toothache. Toothache sucks. I'm sorry. It does. It's one of the worst things. That and standing on a plug with your bare foot, like with the arch. Oh no, they're the two worst things in the world. So I'm sorry about that, but I'm glad you're okay other than that. So it's yeah. Would you be interested in a visit? Maybe at some point in the future. I know that literally between now and January, I am the most busiest I've ever been in my life because there's a lot of family plans and stuff like that that need to take place. It's going to be hectic. It's going to be hectic. But maybe like mid-January to early Feb, be a time I'll probably be available for that. Uh, but yeah, so I've been sorting the collection out, and then sorting myself out too. You know, sometimes as a collector, I'll tell you this now. I mean, all collectors should know this. We can have like many movies. Like we can buy movies, we can not like them, but we'll go, do you know what? It's fine. We already own it. It can stay there. And we don't realize until a bit later on, like how much that builds up. And you start looking back at, there's a good amount of movies that I really cannot stand in that pile, and I don't know why they're on my shelf, but we still tend to not do nothing about them because it's like, whoa, they're already there. You know, I can't bother to get rid of them. But I was just thinking to myself, like, I just want movies that I know I'm gonna watch, and I don't want to have movies anymore that I have no in. Like one of the movies I'm actually selling to CEX soon because I really don't want it, and that'll be a part of the actual. I've got a cough on it. I get. Yeah, I bet. It's a problem with all collectors though. I know there are some that genuinely they feel like, oh, well, you know, I don't have to sell it, but I don't really want it either, but I'll keep it anyway, which is fine. Every collector has their own way, which is what I love about the community. That there's no collector that's the same. There is no collector that does the same things, has the same setup, has the same way, which I love. I love the different like variety of collectors out there. It's pretty fun. It's pretty good. But I know I have a lot of issues now. I've just been sitting there looking at my shelves going, just things that I've watched, and it's just I'm someone that keeps everything. Okay, like I said everyone's different, which is good. Yeah, so in 3 more minutes time, I will be getting on to actual stream topics. I was just letting try and get people get comfortable. A whole hour to fill of talking, so you know I've got big plans for next year. Some announcements coming to my channel very soon. Collection is now great. That is good. I've been watching some of your videos. Unfortunately, I've not been able. YouTube's doing this thing where I'll write comments and then it will say that it's left 2 of the same comment. So I'll delete that comment. Oh, I'm buffering. Am I okay now? Am I okay? Can people hear me? Why am I typing in capitals? Am I okay now? Is this all working? For the moment. Okay, so take it. Let me just. Yes, no, it seems okay. Thank you. Yeah, no, comments are just it's playing up on everything. It'll say that I've left 2 comments saying the same thing, and I'll delete the one, but then it deletes both, and then it won't let me comment again because it says you've already commented. But then when I check and refresh, there's nothing there. But they started working today, so I'm gonna go back and leave comments because I like keeping up with people. It's good. It's good. I don't know if I'm the only person, but I kind of if I watch a video that I really like, I know there's a lot of people out there that will watch videos they like, but they won't comment. And it's like, well, if you like something, say something, you know? You don't have to, but if you like something, tell someone why you like it, because people who leave comments, they don't understand all the time that sometimes the comments makes us want to do more, you know? Like if we just did videos and no one ever commented, we'd think, well, clearly someone doesn't like it that much, you know? So it's nice when someone can just leave like, oh, hey, doing a good job. Or, hey, I really like this about this. It's like, oh, well, maybe I'll do more. So I keep saying that I was going to stop my 3D reviews, and then everyone starts commenting, oh, no, we like the 3D reviews. Please keep them going. And then I'm like, oh, okay, well, hey, Movie Mouth, thanks for joining. I do sometimes, mostly when I am not well, but try to comment. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's understandable if you're not well and you just want to relax to a video. But I mean, when you get better, you go back to those videos and you comment. You know. But I mean, there are people who just I don't know. I don't know. I find it awkward not commenting when I know I've liked a video. It's very weird. I feel very compelled. I've still got to track my collection because I've got too many movies and shows. That's what I do. I've got an app on my phone that keeps them under wraps. Right, it is 6 o'clock. Did Alice like my? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Right, so okay, so topic time. So two of these are kind of recent purchases, but I've done like a review for one of them on my channel already with the 3 previous movies, and that was obviously Toy Story 4. 3D for this is okay. It's good. It's still enjoyable. Unfortunately, the last 2 Toy Story films in 3D. I mean, well, they've all got roughly the same kind of 3D, but for some, I think it's because they letterbox them. It doesn't look the same. It looks like it's missing a little something. Whereas the first few films were completely full frame, which was nice, which is more enjoyable. But it's actually a good film, and I actually prefer this to Toy Story 3. I prefer the story. Where am I going to put this thing now? I'll put it there. Next one is a bit more of a more recent one. One that I watched the day it came out. Spider-Man: Far From Home. I do enjoy it. It is a good film. 3D is the same as Homecoming, so it's just as enjoyable. There's a few things that I'm a little bit miffed about, but I won't give spoilers or anything in case people haven't seen the film in here. But I mean, it's a good 3D film to watch. It's a good 3D film. So these next few conversations are actually about horror movies. I'm not gonna lie. Because me and Alice have been completely bulking into watching a ton of horror films. She's been leaving some reviews for the horror films that we've watched on her channel. So when this stream is done, I'll link her channel to the description below. That way, anyone who comes back, they can check it out. And so, love my horror movies are awesome. Yeah, like I think I've said before, there was a good few years where I mean, back 2016, 2015, I'd done like a complete horror DVD collection that was like an hour and a half odd long. Whereas just after that, I ended up having some heart trouble where I couldn't watch horror films because it would send my heart to fritz. So I had to go quite a few years without horror films, and only this past year and a half I've been able to start gradually getting back into them. And I've been watching stuff like Hellraiser, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday 13th, Descent, which is one of my favorite British horror movies to exist. Love The Descent. So I've just been getting back in and back in and back in. So another like recent pickup my family got me was an Amazon sale for £15. The American Werewolf in London Arrow set. Love the American Werewolf in London movie. After rewatching it after all these years, though, the ending ended quite quickly and abruptly, really. But it's still probably one of the best like werewolf movies to exist. A lot of fun. Although I did test this transfer against the Universal release, and the Universal release looks slightly brighter. This release is slightly darker, but other than transfer, they look quite identical. I couldn't tell much of a difference, so I don't mind. But it comes with the cool poster and like the cards and booklet. Have that Arrow set, another awesome release. It really is. I mean, it is a nice set. A film that I don't own, but Alice owns that we watched was actually a horror film called Unfriended. Now, I don't know if anyone's seen it. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I won't give many spoilers to anything. Just, it's a really cool film. It touches on some really personal, like, close to home topics. Although it's got its own little kind of mystical side to it. But I don't get scared of horrors. I've never been scared of horrors apart from based on true story horrors because they really happened and that shit's terrifying. But I don't really get terrified of horrors. But this, however, I don't know if it was because it was close to home topics or what, but this film put me on edge like crazy. It was a really like mind messing of a film, and I recommend anyone that hasn't seen it to watch it. It's actually pretty awesome. Then we watched I was trying to go in order of which films we actually watched, but it's been a couple of weeks, so trying to remember in order which ones is a bit tricky. So I'm just going through the ones that I know we definitely watched. Um, Quiet Place, one of my favorite horrors of the past like 10 years. This is actually really amazingly done. I love Emily Blunt anyway. I loved her in Edge of Tomorrow and The Girl on the Train. I thought she was fantastic in that too. She's a really good actress, and I don't know. I feel like she deserves a lot more credit than she already gets. But A Quiet Place is a really good film to watch. It's not as like horror as most horrors, but you know, you can kind of, the situation they're in, the setting based around it is it's terrifying to think of. So, you know. Then we've also got Don't Breathe, which we watched I think the day afterwards. This is an okay film. It's a bit disgusting. And just a little bit. It's a little bit disgusting. But it's an okay film. I enjoyed it. Alice enjoyed it. Pretty cool situation, but one you wouldn't really want to be in yourself. So this is only going to last about another 15 minutes. I'm going to have like 45 minutes to just talk about random movie stuff. I was like, oh yeah, this might take up an hour. No, because I talk too fast. What did you think of Adjustment Bureau? Adjustment Bureau is okay. I did watch it during a time where I have a massive hatred towards Matt Damon. But it was an okay film. I enjoyed it. A bit trippy though, in certain parts. It was a bit trippy. Then this is more of a horror action. It's based on a video game. We watched Doom. Now, if anyone hasn't seen this, it's probably one out of 2 or 3 films that have The Rock in that I can actually stand. This was a really good like action horror. Really funny but really enjoyable. Just entertaining as hell. I mean, I think they've done a really good job with this. Then we watched these 2 movies back to back because we thought, why not? We might as well. Now I saw this one when I was a lot younger. Hills Have Eyes. I know there was a special release of this, but this film and 2 more after this are ones that Arrow was doing a sale on for £5 each. So I grabbed this because I absolutely love this film. Really enjoyable. Yet again, it's kind of scary because even though it's not really based on a true story, there are cannibals out there. There are people that like the taste of flesh. And that's kind of terrifying. No, I wouldn't like to sit down to dinner with one of these people because I'd probably be a buffet. Yeah. See, this is a horror for fat people. It's like we're thinking, shit, we'd be the meal. Oh, anyway, yeah, no, so oh god, yeah, no, I really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. Then I didn't know that this one, obviously, I said back to back, so we already guess what this is. But I didn't know Arrow had already released this, like through their company. But I found this for like £3 at my CX, so it was pretty affordable. But it was The Hills of Eyes 2. I would like to still get the Arrow version because this version of the it's extremely dark. And I don't mean like sadistically, I mean like visually, it's dark as hell. You can barely see anything that happens at the end, or you can pretty much. No, but this was incredibly dark, so you can't really see a lot what happens at the end. But it's a good film, good horror film. I actually prefer this to the first one. I just wish we could have seen a lot more. So yeah, I mean, good film. Very good film. Okay, so like Game of Thrones. Yeah. I don't even want to recognize season 8 of Game of Thrones. Oh, how that let me down with a mile. Like I'm very like, oh god, so horrible. Oh, so upsetting. I thought it was season 8 was gonna be good. Damn it. Yeah, so watched this last night. Now, this film is not what I thought it was gonna be. I mean, I thought it was gonna be pretty bad. I mean, but I didn't think it was gonna be so bad that it made me want to stay up all night because I couldn't sleep. Because I don't know if it's just me. I've got the £300 box set coming in a couple of bloody hell. I have plans to import a lot of horror Blu-rays next year. Found a great website that import. Oh, nice, nice. I know that there's one where I got my okay, it's not really a horror film, but my Shout Factory release of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers WoW HD. They do some really good prices for like US titles, and I'm thinking of buying more from them because for Power Rangers it was like $11.90 or $12.95, which isn't that bad, and it came within 4 days. So for it to turn up pretty quick from the US and in mint condition, came perfectly fine with slip, and I don't like slips, but it came with one sealed, perfect. I like that website. But yeah, no, it seems like the US and other countries seem to get a lot better releases when it comes to horror. Like I've been getting some of the Scream Factory horror releases, like Swamp Thing, The Fog. They Live. I think there's another one that I've got. Dog Soldiers. Also, Halloween Horror will return on my channel. Nice. I look forward to that. I look really forward to that. So, I don't know if this is probably just me or not, but hey Trini, thanks for joining. So I don't know if it's just me, but I know a lot of collectors, like if you watch a movie either that you haven't seen before, or well no, yeah, if you haven't seen it before, but you put on a movie and you think it's going to be good, you hear it's going to be good, and you watch it and it's not as great, you kind of feel like, oh, it was okay, but you know, it wasn't as good as people say. Whereas for me, if I watch a movie and it really, really sucks, it leaves like a bitter taste in my mouth, like, oh my god, this is the last thing I'm watching tonight. And it makes me, no, I can't. I've got to watch something better. I can't. But I didn't. And I ended up staying awake for like an extra 2 hours because I couldn't sleep. Because all I had was that this movie that I'm about to show in my mind. And I know people probably like this film, but I really couldn't. I've liked a lot of 60s, 70s, 80s horror, but this just I could not enjoy. And yeah, Trini, you've got it right. It's the stuff. I couldn't. There's so much wrong with this. There was nothing I could find. I mean, there's a couple of moments where I kind of went like, that was funny, and then that's it. You know, but it was just all over the place. Nothing was consistent. It just didn't make sense. I just just no. So this one I'm getting rid of as soon as possible because I just don't want this in my collection anymore. The movie is so much fun. It really wasn't for me. I mean, I said I mean, if I can watch like stuff like Hills Have Eyes, American Werewolf in London, like tonight I'm about to watch this next film that's coming up. Is the Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I think I've only ever seen this once, but I don't really remember it, so I'm going to watch it again. I mean, my first horror film that I ever watched was Return of the Living Dead, and I love that. I think that's an incredible movie to watch. I just couldn't. There was nothing I liked about this. And I'm not going to lie, the transfer for this is so horrible. Like, the whole screen has those, like, millions and millions of white dots across it. You can hardly see anything. Do you know, like, when you used to watch a VHS and it used to go into that kind of, like, going out of tuning where you could kind of see the image behind it, but it had the white static. It's like that again. It was so horrible. I just could not enjoy it. And it's upset me because, I mean, the packaging looks good. What everyone was saying about it sounded good. I just really could not enjoy this movie. So I don't want it. I don't want it. But yeah, a bit after the stream, I am watching Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I'm looking forward to this. I've heard a lot better things about this. So maybe, you know, maybe it's good. Maybe this will make up for it. But I know this morning, as soon as I woke up, me and the boys, and I don't mean kids. I don't have any kids. But me, my Major Chip Hazard, and my Archer, we all sat together on my my movie chair, and we watched Small Soldiers. And it was a much better experience. It made up for watching the stuff last night because I don't think no matter how old you get, Small Soldiers will always hit the heart, you know, in the right place. It's like watching Toy Story. I noticed the UK with some film will only get a DVD release. US gets yes, which is annoying as hell. I don't like that. Can't do much about it, but I mean it's still annoying. Damn the US. That's why I import. Yeah, no, I will import some movies and that, but I don't want to spend my whole life just importing everything that the UK won't release. I feel the same about the UK. No, it's true. I think they should just release everything for everywhere. I think they should stop this whole. So I will import a lot more. Yeah, yeah. I don't blame you at this point. Now, something movie related. I've done a whole video based on this, but I just thought, you know what? If I'm doing a live stream, if I'm doing the live stream, I might as well show it again. I've already done a whole video based on this, and you know, I don't care. It's worth showing again. But look at this. Oh, how beautiful it is. And like I said, I know I can't wear it, but I don't mind. I don't mind, to be honest, because I'd probably damage it if I wore it. But it looks so nice to just display. Oh, it's so lovely. I absolutely love this. Like, I've got the base thing that it's still displayed on at the moment, and it still looks absolutely horrifying without this on it. Oh, but no, I'm loving the 3D prints that I get off the guy from around here. He does a great job, and like he's doing me a couple of more. He's currently got one more. I'm not going to say the names of which ones, but he's currently got one 3D print on hold for me, and then he's actually printing another two. I don't know if those are personally for his collection or if he is going to be selling them, but if he is doing those and he's selling them, I'm pretty sure he'll already hold on to those for me. He did a fantastic job on this. It's so nice, so well done. And I've actually got a project I want to talk to him about another helmet, but a wearable helmet. I've got a project I want to talk to him about on it, and I don't know whether he will do it or not, but the guy is always up for a challenge, so I'm pretty sure he will. Disney is one of the bigger offenders. Yes, they are. Screw you, Disney. I hate that Arrow only released some editions and not all in the end. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I put the helmet back on its display thing now. I think I'll quickly show it on the display thing. Just try not to drop either because they'll both break. Yeah, so it's a nice display stand at the moment. I made the necklace. Those teeth aren't white, they are silver. I talk more about that in the video. But for some reason they look white whenever I show them on camera. But they're like a glittery silver. So yeah, my hour's worth of topics I managed to get through in the space of 20 minutes. That was good. That was fun. Yeah. Oh gosh. I give up on 3D. Can't keep importing and paying 40 per. No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine, mate. I understand. To be honest, I know for a fact that I will probably be stopping 3D soon myself. So thanks for welcome to the 30-minute stream instead of the hour. God thank Co-op and their 18p lemonades. Those people are magic when it comes to lemonade. And the best thing is it's sugar-free and it's healthy, so I can have it. It doesn't hurt me. So haha. So I'm happy about that. The 3D, I'm kind of losing interest in myself. Why are you stopping 3D? Desire or lack of? No. Well, there's a lot of 3D things I can't complete. You know, for example, like Ralph Breaks the Internet, which I know either you've already got the 4K 3D one, you don't. It's like, I've got it. But I mean, the fact that there's no other way to get it apart from this one place for this price with the 4K, I think that's stupid. The fact that Disney Plus has decided that all their shows related to Marvel or Star Wars are going to be exclusive to Disney Plus. There's not going to be any physical releases of any of their stuff. So the fact that I won't be able to buy these Marvel shows that's on Disney Plus on Blu-ray to watch in between watching the 3D releases of their movies, I'm not going to want to continue buying their movies. So I'm now done with Marvel movies. I mean, I may buy Black Panther 2 when it comes out, if it comes out in 3D, but the problem that I've got is that another series that Plus are doing involves the Black Panther character, which if that's the case, then I can't get it and I won't be able to watch it. So I just can't. It's done my head in. Still have all my 3D, but it's hard. No more 3D. Yeah, I know. I don't know why, because I thought 3D was much bigger in the US than it was in the UK, but apparently it's still very popular here. Although I've heard rumors. I have heard small rumors that 3D will start making appearances back in all countries due to now, because people have realized that you can use PlayStation VR headsets to watch 3D Blu-rays. There's actually a lot more fans popping up now. The reason why people were not really interested in 3D was because they didn't like the idea of wearing the glasses. They didn't like the idea of paying for this 3D TV and this 3D Blu-ray. Now people realize you can just use your PS4 and your VR headset. You don't even need a 3D TV. There are actually a lot more fans coming into 3D. And with Avatar 2 coming out soon, there is a high chance that 3D will just go everywhere again. And you know, maybe we'll get more 3D releases out everywhere, US and UK. So there is hope. It's just, I mean, if Disney Plus announces that they're gonna still release like that what's it called, Mandalorian show, if they're saying that they'll release a Blu-ray of the Mandalorian, then maybe there's hope. But if they're planning to just release all their shows exclusively to Disney Plus and they're not going to make any physical releases of it, then I say they can go for themselves. They're not getting any more of my money. I don't think I should have to pay £7 to £10 a month to watch things when they could just do what they've been doing for years, which is just releasing it on physical media. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. I mean, I still don't really like Netflix. I don't. I watch it occasionally, but I don't. I mean, most of the time Netflix is on in my house is to go to sleep because I can just stick something like Friends or Miranda or just something comedy-ish to put on in the background. But I don't really use Netflix throughout my day. It's either YouTube, movies, or games. So I don't like the idea of streaming services. Plus, unless you have, and this is something that I've proven and people have proven all the time, unless you have 100% internet connection, whatever you're streaming, you will not get full resolution. So, I mean, even the companies say this. Unless you have 100% speed connection through your internet, anything you stream, you'll not get 100% resolution. You'll still be losing a lot of resolution while streaming. And that's actually why a lot of people have been canceling Netflix, because there are people out there who preferred streaming, and then when they got Netflix, they're like, wow, this looks really bad, or it kept buffering and it kept pixelating. They're like, no, do you know what? I'll just go back to buying, because at least you could watch it properly. People were going back to buying DVD because they said it looked better, because Netflix just kept messing up. And, you know, I think Disney Plus is going to have the same problem. People are going to, they've already got so many people subscribed to Disney Plus, and I reckon that when they start realizing that the buffering issues and it keeps getting fuzzy, they're going to go, oh my god, it's another streaming site. Decent in this, exactly. I'm hardwired on everything. I know. I have the M350 from VM in the internet department. Okay. No buffering. Okay, but see, but the problem with still that is it's still not the same. You know, I had a friend who like literally did the same thing, where he used certain sites, or he had certain downloads or stuff like that, and got rid of his entire physical collection. And then the websites he was using was stopped. The hard drive and the computer had all the movies on broke, and then there was no way of getting that all back. And then all I heard was, oh, no, I don't have anything to watch. And I'm like, but streaming may be fun, downloading may be fun, all that stuff may be fun, because, you know, less space, you know, you can literally have every movie. You don't have to worry about country and origin, all that stuff. You can just go, oh, look, this movie's there. But in the end, you know, Wi-Fi suck. You got to be hardwired. I don't get me wrong. I understand that if you're on the move, like if you're on a train or a plane or in a car and you want to watch something, you know, you can't obviously carry around your Blu-ray player and a TV. You know, you can carry around a portable DVD player, but you can't take your Blu-ray collection with you unless you've got a Blu-ray laptop, which still is, you know. But if you just wanted to watch something on your phone, like, I understand stuff like that, but like for me personally, it's just I prefer the physical things. So, like I said, if Disney Plus decide to do this bullshit that they're planning to do with the whole, oh, it's only exclusive to the streaming service, then no, they're not getting. They are not getting any more of my money. I will not buy another Disney movie. I will not buy another Marvel movie. I will be done. I'll be done. You know, I don't know if more. Plex is a great. I don't know what Plex is. If all films go digital only, would that mean they would jack the price up, as you would not be able to get them any other way? No more second. Yeah, it's true. That's exactly my point. And, you know, I mean, the fact that Universal, Sony, they're all planning to do their own streaming services, which means people are going to be paying about 50 to 60 or 70 pounds a month for different streaming services. And like people say, oh, but it's much cheaper than buying all these movies separate. But yes, but the best thing about it is if their streaming service go, I mean, how many times does Netflix go down a month? How many times have you tried to go in and it goes, oh, sorry, we're currently having issues? Whereas, yeah, you spend a little bit more, but at least you can watch them whenever you want. You can just take them off the shelf and put them in, and there you go. And if it doesn't work, you can always find a cheaper copy somewhere else. You know what I mean? It's so much more easier to just do that. You know, it's just that's what studios want. There's no use to money. People aren't going to do it though. Or your favorite movie is removed from one of the streaming sites and moved to another that you don't. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's just ridiculous. This whole streaming crap is absolutely ridiculous. And the only reason Disney are doing it and why other companies are doing it is because they were terrified of places like Netflix and Amazon Prime. They were like, oh, these companies are earning tons of money from this. And I said, well, it was, yeah, because they did it, but hey, Lauren, thanks for joining. Kind of ranting about Disney Plus and streaming services at the moment, so welcome to this. But yeah, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And I said, as a collector, I have all the MCU movies at the moment. So from the first Iron Man up until Endgame and Far From Home, I have them all. Every single one of them I have. The thing that I'm going to really, really hate is that Disney Plus says, oh, well, all Marvel shows on Disney Plus are digitally exclusive. You can't get them on physical media, because that, considering they've also said that all Disney Plus Marvel shows tie into future movies. The fact that they're going to do that is what's screwing over the movie collection. So I won't be able to buy anything past Far From Home, because I won't know what happens in any of the movies, because their stupid shows are exclusive to the streaming service. That ticks me right off. I can't handle that. I mean, for someone who collects, to not complete a kind of collection is frustrating. Don't get me wrong, I love my physical. No, I know it's easier for people to stream and download and have them all on hard drives, and because, like I said, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of Disney movies that the US have on that Disney Movie Awards, stuff like Cool Runnings, Rocket Man, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, a lot of Mighty Ducks, a lot of really cool Disney movies that you can't get on Blu-ray in the UK. You'd have to get someone in the US to buy them from the Disney Rewards and then send them over, or spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on eBay to get them shipped. And that's exactly my point. This is actually why, and I'm not going to lie, I was saying this to Alice the other day, this is why I hate collecting Blu-ray now, and I wish that I'd never turned to Blu-ray, and I wish I'd stuck with DVD. Because even though DVD was not giving you 100% amazing quality, you could practically own everything on DVD. There wasn't anything that wasn't really released on DVD that you could want. I'm pretty sure there's some things that didn't get a DVD release. I'm pretty sure of it. But to me, everything that I want in this world, I could get much cheaper, much quicker on DVD. And the fact of this whole different country, different releases, it's just, honestly, I really hate the idea. See, I'm not gonna lie, if you watch the beginning of moves to 4K, they're all see, but no, because by the time I start on 4K, by the time I get into half a collection, something else is going to come out, and then they're going to stop releasing movies on 4K, and then it's going to be the same problem. But if you go back to the beginning of my channel, I had DVDs. My only Blu-rays I owned was my 3D films. I didn't own any other Blu-rays but 3D Blu-rays. My entire collection was DVD only, and I was up into the 3,000, 4,000 mark on DVDs. And I owned all those Disney movies. I owned all the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I owned Flubber, the Herbie movies, the Mighty Ducks trilogy, Cool Runnings. I owned them all on DVD, and I could watch them over and over again as much as I wanted, and I didn't have to worry. So, Blu-ray sucks. 80s horror film Dream Demons needs a DVD or Blu-ray release on your majors. That sucks. I'm moving my MC films to 4K. See, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like 4K. I don't see it that well. I don't notice it that well. I don't really notice difference. I've watched 4K films. My first 4K film I watched was Logan, and I watched it compared to the Blu-ray. And the only thing that I could notice was that there was some slight difference in color. I can't notice 4K to Blu-ray. They look the same, which is why some people can't watch 3D films, because they don't notice it, because their eyes just can't see it. So, when people turn around to me and say, oh, I try watching 3D, but I don't notice it, now I see what they mean, because I'm the same with 4K. But with DVDs, like I said, especially with Disney movies and that, you could own everything. Like Black Cauldron hasn't even got a Blu-ray release in the US or in the UK, but yet Disney Plus is supposed to be streaming it in like a 4K resolution. What the fuck? When did this happen? It makes no sense. And yeah, Eva, you're right. It is. It's a big clusterfuck because it's absolutely stupid as to why it's just. I really wish I never bought a Sin City on Blu-ray because that was the Blu-ray that convinced me to start collecting Blu-ray. I would have just had my DVDs. I would have just had like everything I had before. Probably more by now because DVDs are easier to get and cheaper and more affordable. And my collection probably would have been huge. But Sin City convinced me that Blu-ray was good. And because when I bought my 3D Blu-rays, I never really watched the Blu-ray release. On the same day I bought the 3D, I bought the DVD, and I just watched the DVD and just watched the 3D if I wanted to watch the 3D version. So it's like, see, I know you say it's all about picture quality, but there's a lot of 4Ks that picture quality sucks on. Like a lot. I mean, people have even said that. I mean, 4K lovers have even said they'd rather watch the DVD version of Terminator Judgment Day instead of the 4K because the 4K was treated horribly. But yet the 3D is treated better than the Blu-ray and the DVD. So I mean, it's like it's all over the place. So I mean, like, you know, I'm never going to convert to 4K. I'm sorry for anyone who ever thinks I will. I won't. There's nothing I could watch in 4K that will make me go, yeah, yeah. It just won't happen. And the reason it won't happen is because of what Blu-ray did to me with DVD. And I regret it ever since. I've said this from day one. I love my Blu-rays, but I wish I had not got rid of my DVDs. I wish I just stopped buying Blu-ray and just only bought the 3D ones. Interstellar may look good on 4K, but I've not even seen it on Blu-ray. I haven't even seen. If you watch a movie that was filmed on film, it's better than digital filming. Yeah, well, see, I don't even. That's why I only buy new releases, not buying everything in 4K. Yeah, but see, I just can't do it. I can't do it. I really can't. I know Alice wants to get 4K. She's planning to get 4K next year, and we're gonna start doing these videos together, which is Blu-ray versus 4K. Which one? We're gonna both watch both versions. So we're gonna watch the one, then we're gonna watch the other, and then we're gonna try and look at the difference for the two different TVs and see like comparisons in picture quality. And yeah, we're gonna be honest about what we see. So, you know, if she thinks the Blu-ray looks better, she'll say that. But if I think the 4K, I will admit the truth. I won't lie about it. But whether or not the picture quality looks good, I myself will not convert to 4K. I just won't. I'm trying so hard not to revert back to DVD. Okay? I'm literally trying not to get rid of all my Blu-rays and just buy them all back on DVD. It's very difficult. LJ, remember, I was the same way with 3D all day. See, but that's the thing. I think that's another reason why I won't convert to 4K, because whether, like, for example, Pacific Rim, or even if I don't know if they've done that. No, don't do that. You'll regret it when you see DVD. But I've watched some DVDs that have great looking quality. I mean, even Sasha said it. He said that he actually watched the DVD like a month or so ago, and he said he didn't even notice it was a DVD. The picture quality was still that good. We were 3D brothers. Exactly. 3D. I think that's why I can't convert to 4K, because 3D is so important to me, which is why I was buying 3D Blu-rays instead of just standard Blu-rays, because I would only buy them to watch in 3D because I love that format. That format is so special to me. So if, say, if a film that I really love come out on 3D and in 4K, the 4K may look nice, it may be quite colorful, maybe quite clear. 3D will still win, because 3D gives you the closest to reality. No, 4K might be nice, but if you saw Interstellar, The Dark Knight, you'd instantly think, "What have I been missing?" I've seen Dark Knight on the 4K TVs. I still don't. I looked at it and went, "Yeah, it looks alright," but I still watched the Blu-ray. This is the thing. I don't know what it is. I don't notice that much of a difference. I don't know why. I wish I could see what everyone else sees. But then yet again, I wish people could watch 3D every day. I wish people could see what I like about it. But no one will, and no one can. There's a lot of people who won't watch 3D or can't watch 3D. And it sucks because they're missing out. Because trust me, people who've not watched a 3D film at home, they don't know what they're missing out on. It's such a cool experience. I mean, it's like watching a Blu-ray or a 4K is like watching other people go on a roller coaster. It's like, oh, it looks nice, looks fun, but you're not really getting that much for it. Like that's how it feels to me. Whereas watching the film in 3D is like you're actually on the roller coaster. No, I know people don't like roller coasters. I'm just giving an example. But it's that kind of mentality. It's I don't know. There's no other way. Here we go. This will only really resemble to Star Wars fans, but it's the truth. See, Eva gets it. Okay. Most of Christopher Nolan films look fantastic in 4K. It's a shame you don't see it. As I noticed some slight differences, but it's pretty much just that. It's just some slight differences. But I don't notice it over too well. And I know it does suck. I wish I could. But the other analogy I can make is Star Wars, right? So, unfortunately, the only Star Wars films we've had in 3D is Solo, Rogue One, Force Awakens, and Last Jedi. But my example with 3D is kind of thus. You watch on a Blu-ray someone having a lightsaber fight. You go, oh, that looks cool. It looks amazing. Kind of like to be a part of it, but I can't just watching them have it. When you watch that same scene in 3D, you feel like you're there. You're not just watching, you're a part of it. And it's kind of like, wow, okay, like this is amazing. And it brings you in, like you're more important than just the watcher. You're a part of this experience. And that's why you feel you're a part of something not exactly. LJ, I get you because I've tried to convert many friends and families to 3D, and when I show their 3D, they're blown. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's nice to have that, but that's why I think, okay, in the most positive way, I think 3D's ruined 2D movies for me. And I love 3D, so for me to say this, it's really difficult, but I think 3D film has ruined 2D because I can't watch Black Panther in 2D. I can't. It makes me so annoyed because when I watch it in 2D, I know something's missing, and that's the 3D experience. Same goes for Avatar. Same goes for Pacific Rim. Same goes for a lot of animated movies. Same goes for the 50s to 60s House of Wax now. My first time watching that was in 3D, and I was just like, oh my God. Like, even Sasha, I showed him, well, no, he bought a copy and he watched it. And his exact words were, he liked it. He couldn't watch the whole film because the 3D was so close to reality, it made him feel quite weird. It's that good. It feels real. And that's why I can't watch certain films in 2D again. Because it's just kind of like, I'm too in love with the 3D experience that when I watch it in 2D, it just feels like it's missing something. And therefore, I can't enjoy it as I could watching it in 3D. So it sucks that it's gone and done that, but wow, I talk a lot. Oh, feeling spoiled. No, I do. I talk a lot. I don't know. You've got me curious about 3D. Honestly, it's just one of those experiences you can never really turn away from. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that like 4K and like Blu-ray, and they're out of the 3D game. But then sometimes when you're bored and you want something to do, like there's 3 people that I know They're not on YouTube. They don't have channels, but they're like friends, and they've had like VRs or 3D TVs, and they hadn't watched a 3D film in ages, but they liked 4K and they liked Blu-ray, and they're like, oh, I don't think I'm ever going to go back to 3D. And I was like, okay, well, fine. Then one day they'll message me and just say, oh, well, I'm quite bored, so I'm gonna stick something on in 3D. It's like, okay. An hour later, they're like, oh my god, I need to get 3D films back again. I'm like, okay. Like, oh, I can't believe I've missed out so long. I don't know what made me stop watching. When you stop watching 3D for a long time, you do start missing what it's like. I know I've done that. I hadn't watched 3D for like a month. And I was like, I can't even remember what it was like. And then I stuck something on and I'm like, oh yeah. And it's that feeling all over again. Like, I say like a lot as well. It would be like what's so special about IMAX and you have to experience. Yeah, okay. In my defense, I've not seen anything in IMAX in cinemas, but people say the experience is so good that I want to. And I know that when I do, I'll probably want to watch everything in IMAX at the cinemas. But, you know, my time will come. I will one day watch something in IMAX at the cinemas. It's just going to take me a bit of time. Oh gosh, but yeah, it's just that's why I think 3D Blu-ray has ruined my ability to enjoy 2D movies. I saw The Hobbit in 3D and IMAX was amazing. See, that I heard was one of the best IMAX 3D movies. But then at home, The Hobbit is the 3D Blu-ray it's missing a lot. So it kind of sucks because it doesn't look that good at home. But everyone swears that it's one of the best IMAX 3D movies to be in cinemas. See It Chapter 1 and 2 in IMAX was a fantastic experience. Never got that chance. IMAX is awesome. I saw in IMAX 3D and it was my first. Oh, nice. See, like that's what I'm saying. A lot of people have really good IMAX experiences, and I've yet to have actually gone to one myself, and I'd like to go to one, and maybe one day I will. Do you know what? If Avatar 2, I'll say this now, if Avatar 2 gets an IMAX 3D release, that will be the first thing I see in IMAX 3D. Because I know I'm going to see The Rise of Skywalker in IMAX and stuff. I'm going to take Mark Hamill's advice and I'm going to wait until that comes out to watch it. I'm not gonna go see it in cinemas. It'll happen. I hope so. But yeah, I'm taking Mark Hamill's advice on that. I haven't seen the first Avatar. When you do, you'll get a similar kind of magic that 3D gives, but for 2D. I don't think Avatar has a 4K release yet. I'm not too sure if it does. But if it does, then that'll be one to get. But I don't know. I know that it's a beautiful Blu-ray. I think I'm going to be picking up the Star Wars box set. Newer films really need to get into that franchise. Star Wars is one of the best franchises to exist. Go for an Avatar double feature. If they do one, if they do a double feature 3D IMAX, that'll be the one that I go to. Because I didn't get to see Avatar in cinemas. First time I watched Avatar was on DVD, and I thought it looked amazing. Then I got a HD TV and a Blu-ray of it, and I thought it looked fucking amazing. Then I got the 3D of it, and nothing beats it. it's oh man, it sucks. But the 3D for Avatar is just it's beautiful. It's like art, moving art that you can put your hand through and grab. It's amazing. The Avatar 3D I'll defend till 3D dies. It's my love and life is Star Wars is the best franchise. Although it's kind of weird because how big is the TV you watch films on? So my TV is a 49-inch 4K 3D TV. I know a lot of people say in order to watch 4K truly, you have to have a 50 to 50 a 55 to 60 plus inch. That is not 100% true, because I mean my brother has a 55-inch 3D 4K well, no, 55-inch 4K TV, and I have the 49, and they don't look any different. They look exactly the same to me personally. Um, IMAX is cool, but my home 3D projector is way better than any cinema. People with projectors don't have the right to chime in here. I say this to Sasha. I have a 50-inch 4K and it was fantastic. Yeah, so I mean, there's a bit of dispute about that. Apparently, like, people who make films say, in order to enjoy 4K, I have 65-inch 4K, love movies on it. See, that's good though. I'm happy. Like, anyone who can enjoy any type of release, I'm happy for. But it's when, like, when I go to CEX, it's happened quite a few times. When I go to my local CEX and I buy something in 3D, they're like, "Oh, you do know that you can just get like a 4K copy of that? It looks so good." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't want it." And they're like, "Oh, but 4K looks so much better." It's like, "Have you seen the 3D version yourself?" Like, "Oh no, I don't have a 3D setup." Like, you can't tell me that the 4K looks better. You cannot do it. It's just not possible. So, but they always do it. They always do it. Like, no matter where I go, any kind of movie. HMV did the same thing. They did it when I bought Toy Story 4. They were like, "Oh, you didn't know we just got the 4K of this in this today as well." I was like, "I don't want it." And they're like, "Oh yeah, but the 4K movies look so much better than 3D." It's like, have you experienced 3D yourself? "Oh no, we don't have a 3D setup." Then you can't judge. Look, I have a right to judge. I've tested 4K on 3 different TVs and it all looks the same. I watch 3D for a living. It's like, you can't tell me that 4K looks better in 3D to someone who loves 3D and doesn't enjoy the 4K experience. Stores are so that's true, and I know what. Yeah, I know why they do it, because the 4K costs a little bit more, but they can go suck a dick. I think I said it's in the eye of the beholder. That's so true. I said this when I was collecting DVDs, and I was living in London at the time. I went to my local HMV and I bought something on DVD. I think it was like $2.50 on the like a deal thing. 3D is always a better experience. Thank you. That's a nice thing you said. Now you've said a lot of nice things, but I love that comment. Do you miss video rental stores? Yes, I miss video rental stores. They were awesome. Blockbuster was my #1 favorite. Oh, my local Blockbuster was awesome. But yeah, I went to my local HMV and there was a DVD for like $2.50. I went up to the counter and like, "Oh, you do know we have this like new version called Blu-ray, right?" I'm like, yeah, yeah. "Oh, this movie just got released today for like £15 on Blu-ray, 1080p quality." I went, "Right, $2.50 for the DVD, and I don't collect Blu-rays. I collect DVDs." No, yeah, but I mean, like, it's 1080p. It's like so close to reality. Like, suck a dick. I'm not spending an extra $12.50 just because you say it looks good. Just give me my DVD, please. I used to be a member of the Blockbuster near St. Lionsgate. To be honest, I didn't know there was one there, but I mean, that's cool. I mean, it'd be nice if they still existed. See, the UK should not have gotten rid of 2 companies, Blockbuster and Woolworths. Those were the 2 companies the UK thrived upon. And now we have neither. You know, it sucks. I miss Woolworths. But Blockbuster, yeah, Blockbuster was always amazing. You know, you could go in. I remember Blockbuster, and this is why I loved my I don't know if all Blockbusters did this, but my local one is people who returned DVDs or Blu-rays without the cases, or they'd lost the cases to rent, or the actual cases. They had like a bunch of like X rentals that they didn't have anymore. And it was just discs only. Whether it was Blu-ray or whether it was DVD, they had these giant boxes always on the counter, £1 a movie. You know, so it was like £1 a DVD, £1 a Blu-ray, and they always had deals like, "Oh, get 5 for £4, get 10 for £8." It was a really good deal, and I used to love it. I used to love my Blockbusters. When no joke, I'm not even joking. When I went into my local Blockbuster and they closed down, they had the big signs up. They're emptying all the store. They were getting rid of the shelf. I just stood outside for 20 minutes, just going. And like the worker came out and said, "We know how you feel." I was like, "I'm so sorry for you." I was quite young at the time, so I was very emotional. And yeah, no, it was Blockbuster and Cash Converters were the only two places I could go to get my movies. I mean, at that point, CX didn't really exist, or that I knew of. CX wasn't really around for me then, and there wasn't really anywhere else I can get my movies from. So Cash Converters and Blockbusters, I could just go in there and just get anything. So when Blockbuster closed, and because of those deals they used to do, because those big baskets, you could. I mean, I think there was at one point, what was it? Cash converters don't take that much care of the quality of the discs. It depends on the cash converters. There are some that don't, but the ones around here, they do actually look after them. I'm actually quite good friends with one of the blokes that works in the one around here now. Like we talk all the time whenever I go in. No, they do. When it's DVDs, they just kind of buy them in and just put them straight on the shelf. But when it comes to Blu-rays, they actually take them behind the counter. They check the discs, and the discs got marks or fingerprints. They will clean them. They said there are times where one scratched one will get past a worker because they've already gone through so many. They just go like, they should be all okay, but one always slips past. But when it does, I came across one really damaged one that broke my heart. It was Inglourious Bastards. It was completely coated in scratches. And I showed the guy, and he goes, "Nah, screw it. We'll bin this one then." And he goes, "I'll tell you what. If you're going to buy a movie for the price you were going to, and I'll just throw a Blu-ray in for free, as like an apology." They're really cool blokes in the one where I go. It's pretty nice. But back in the day, cash converters looked after discs. My local one in London did. That's because I was one of their biggest buyers, and I don't mean in my size. My stream ends in 3 minutes. Oh my god, I didn't look for the time. But yeah, no, my local cash converter, they always looked after their discs, and the reason they looked after their discs is because they knew I was coming in. Like on the back of their counter, they had a list of names of their like top 5 people that go in to buy stuff. I was number 2 on that list. Number 1 was this other guy because he spent a lot more money than I did. But I think I've spent from DVDs alone in the space of a year. You could be looking at at least a good £900, nearly £1,000, just on DVDs in the space of a year. Because I'd go in with like 50 quid here, £100 there, whether it was. I mean, and the best thing about cash converters, where in my local one in London where I lived, is they used to do like 20 DVDs for like 5 quid. So I could go and get 40 movies for a tenner. So good. And if they didn't have anything awesome on the shelves, they'd take me into the back room and show me what they had there, or they'd bring them all out to the counter, and it was just awesome. I loved that place. It went to shit in the end. It went really to shit, but Right, so the stream's coming to an end in 1 minute, which sucks, but I don't like going over my time too much. So yeah, there's now going to be 40 seconds. So I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. Thank you to everyone who's joined. Like I said, I'm going to put Alice's channel link in the description below because she actually did some horror reviews on some of the films we watched. Not on all of them, but on some of them. For anyone who missed the beginning of the stream, if you do go back, you'll see all the horror films I've watched and what I thought of them. But yes, so thank you all. Really appreciate you all being here. There will be another stream next month, but I don't know whether or not it's going to be in this location. Or oh no, don't worry about being late. Like I said, I'm doing one next month, so I'll put another announcement out next month when I'm doing that one. I may be in a different location, but I'll be definitely doing one. Thank you, Aniki, for joining in the last few seconds. Anyway, I really do appreciate you all. I hope you have a good day, a good weekend. I'll see you next time.